Hi there, I'm Jody, and I founded a group called Fallen Feathers. Basically, Fallen Feathers started because my husband used to bring home birds all the time and go, "Here, do something." And I had 6 children looking up at me going, "Yeah, Mom, you better do something." And eventually I got some skills and people started finding out about us and they started bringing us birds. And then you had the added thing where my daughter wanted to be a vet. It was an opportunity for our family to do something, to help something that can't help itself. And that's a lot of what's behind it. Most people don't realize that they don't even teach birds in vet school. And so what we've done is we're filling a niche that can't really be filled in a lot of other ways. We do this out of my home and quite often out of my pocketbook. But we do take in over 2,000 birds a year. Because we do this out of my home, unfortunately we don't have as many volunteers as a lot of the bigger groups. But we do have a lot more fun, and it is a family that we created. Come on in, we're going to start teaching you, even the younger ones, of how to just observe a bird and tell what kind of injuries it has and things that it needs to do, the basics. And there's very few places that young people can get that hands-on experience. We've had a lot of kids that are coming that want to be vets or just interested in helping animals in general. Most birds that are out there are songbirds, and they couldn't hurt you if they even tried. But there are the raptors, or hawks and owls is what they're better known as. And those guys, they could take a nip out of you. We do try and get somebody to come out and help capture those type of birds. Our goal is always to get the birds back out into the wild. Unfortunately, the federal government has what we call the fly or die rule. Anything that is non-releasable within 180 days is required by federal law to be euthanized, unless we can use them for scientific experimentation, exhibits like zoos, and education. So we do have several birds that are in zoos throughout the valley, but we also have quite a few that we use for education. And those birds can be seen at some of our presentations for schools, or we will do festivals where we will get to go out in a big tent at like a farmer's market, and you can come up and visit our friends and talk to us and find out more about the birds and Fallen Feathers. One of the hardest things of being a rehabilitator would be when you have one that you can't help. And sometimes what it comes down to, the only way that you can help them is you have to put them to sleep. And it's not an easy thing to do. But you do have to look at it, am I doing this for myself or am I doing it for the bird? The biggest reward has to be the volunteers that grew up here and came back. That's the biggest thing, is that you have people that come here and help out, and then they go off and start their lives, and especially the young ones, and then all of a sudden you find them back in your doorstep, and they're here to help again still. Like I said, this is a family that we have. A lot of times, yes, we're helping birds, but even more so, we're helping each other. What we want you to take away when you come and visit us, or if you happen to volunteer, is that even if you get the slightest little bit of knowledge when you're here, for someone who maybe have picked up a baby bird, and we can show them, hey, yeah, you picked it up, but this mom was nearby, because baby birds leave their nest about a week before they can fly. Or maybe it's a volunteer that they recognize things where before you used to look out the window and you go, oh, look at that bird, and now you go, oh my gosh, it's a female great-tailed grackle and she's got an injured wing. If you want to find out more information about Fallen Feathers, please visit our website. It's www.fallenfeathers.org. We're also on Facebook and YouTube. When you go to the website, make sure to check out our volunteer section. We would love to have you come and help us out, and you never know, you might want to join our flock.